Social media has changed the way that people do just about everything these days, including how they cope with substance abuse. WNWO's Joe Galley has more.
It's sobriety meetings like this one for Racing for Recovery in Sylvania, where recovering addicts and their families look for help from others to stay clean. But now, Todd Crandall, who founded Racing for Recovery 10 years ago, started Team Racing for Recovery. It's a social network where people can go to help fight drug and alcohol addiction.
People can share their stories of addiction, how they got sober, how Racing for Recovery has helped them. They can ask questions for help. They can interact with other people that are going through the same things that they have, or like I said, ask questions from people who have survived it that they want to get educated from. It would be a mini Facebook within our own website.
Recovering addicts who have profiles on Team Racing for Recovery say this is the next step in taking sobriety into the 21st century.
So often you feel so alone, like nobody understands what you're going through, and there's not always a meeting going on. So if there's somebody out there that can help me, or I can help somebody else, why not?
There's often some inspirational stories people post on there that I think is kind of nice. Todd has a component where people can actually give a narrative of where they've been, where they are today.
The chat function allows recovering addicts who may feel they are close to falling off the wagon to get help from counselors and other survivors.
If I'm on there talking with somebody individually, and they're bringing up things that might lead to a negative behavior, I'm going to tell them, well, let's not do that. How about we get some more advice from other people who have currently battled this and bring more services into that individual.
Crandall says the site is not just for those directly suffering with addiction.
You do not have to be an alcoholic or an addict to be a part of this. You can be affected by addiction in any capacity. Family members, you could be an employer and have an employee who's battling addiction and want to ask questions about this.
To join Team Race for Recovery, just go to raceforrecovery.com and click Join Now. In Sylvania, I'm Joe Galley, WNWO News.
Now, Racing for Recovery is a nonprofit that's been helping people deal with substance abuse for over a decade, and so far they say they've helped over 45,000 people deal with addiction in some form.